Hello friends, thanks for joining me today. I am going to be doing my first layout with the Shimmerz April kits, the color kits, and I wanted to swatch these colors real quick because I have an idea to just put a bunch of color on my page, kind of in a swirly pattern in the center. And I really wanted to get a very good idea of what all of these colors were gonna look like in their full concentration. So the colors that come in this month's kit are a colorings in Sunny Side Up, a colorings in Well Blue Me Down, a very popular, beautiful color, clearly. Vibes in Blue Jeans offers a little bit of a sparkle that I can't really pick up with the light. And Shimmerz Peaches and Cream. This is kind of a pearly finish, but it's very shimmery. But it feels different than the other ones too. And if you can tell, even when I wrote on top of it, it smudged just a little bit, whereas the other ones didn't. So the last one is Creamy's Piggy Pink, and this one has to be water activated because it comes dry, and it has to be water activated, and you use it just like you would watercolors. I also want to go through the pattern papers real quick. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. Okay, I think I'm gonna start in the center. I want to build a circle around. I think I'm gonna start in the center with the Blue Jeans Vibes. And I'm gonna go in full strength. I'm just gonna put some down here on my page and see where it takes me. Now I'm going to bring in the colorings, Well Blue Me Down. And I don't think I told you guys that I've already put my gesso down on the page, and I'm just dry brushing it, and that's what's creating those streaks. So let's give it a shot with this one. I do want the colors to blend a little bit in the centers or around the edges. Okay, here it is, all dry after the splatters and the blending. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm in love with this result. So now my idea, I think, is to just kind of cut this out in a rough circle. I didn't gesso all the way to the edges on purpose because I thought I might want to do this. It doesn't have to be perfect. If I wanted it perfect, I would probably cut it out with the Cricut. But I'm just trying to get something that we identify as round. And I might cut it down just a little bit more. I'm not sure yet. But I think I want to rough these edges up. Yeah, I may cut it down a little bit more, but I think this is my idea. I like the rainbow here with the rainbow there. I think I'm gonna cut it down just a little bit smaller. Okay, so I'm gonna rough up these edges and I'm gonna go to my sewing machine and just sew a bunch of random circles or maybe one big spiral on this to get it attached to the paper. Be right back. Okay, as you can see, I changed the background paper. I decided that I really like the boldness of this black and white stripe, and I wanted these pretty little florals on the page too. So I felt like this helped this stand out just a little bit more. Now, clearly my stitching is less than perfect, but I think that's okay. I do not strive for perfection. This is gorgeous to me. So now what I want to do is I have cut this out with my Cricut. I just went to Cricut Design Space and added the word, just wrote the word out. And I think it was the font that was that. I didn't even look up the font. That's the one that was just automatically there. And so I cut this out. I do have my dot here because that's what her face looks like to me. Like, she is really questioning what somebody is saying. She tickles me so much. So what I want to do with this now is use my Shimmerz in Peaches and Cream to color this. And I'm just gonna use this right here as a scrap page so I don't make a mess. Okay, my title is all dry. Look at that shimmery goodness. And I think I want to round these corners. I don't do it very often, but for this layout, it was just calling to me. Something about the sharp corners just wasn't working. So I'm rounding these corners off. It gives it a little bit of a retro vibe, but I'm into it. And I've pulled out some flowers and leaves that I want to use. And I've cut a couple of word strips from this piece that comes in the kit also, part of the ephemera that comes in the kit. And my idea, I think, is to kind of put these on the layout. I'm not really color matching, but I want to follow the colors. So blue up here, yellow in the middle, and pink down here. Somehow make that work on this corner. Now I've gotten all of my pieces glued down, and I've moved this little cluster from up here in the corner down just a little bit because I wanted it to touch these guys. I wanted everything to connect. And I added some leaves, and what a difference leaves make. I love them. I have a die in my stash, and I just used it to cut a tag out of this piece of paper because I wanted to bring some of the black in over here, and this just wasn't enough. So I wanted to pull the black back to the center a little bit more. And I got my title stuck up on foam tape and glued down, and I think I'm gonna leave it by itself. I'm not feeling like I want to add any clusters or anything up there on that. I found these in my stash, so I want to add, I think I want to put them in this flower centers. That's kind of where I'm at. Okay, there's also this little sticker sheet that comes in the kit too. And these, I love these stickers. They're vinyl. I think they're vinyl. But they stick so well. You have to be careful when you're putting them down because you may not get them back up. I'm gonna sprinkle these hearts around in some places, and I have not been color matching perfectly, but I'm gonna try to keep them kind of color coordinated with each other. And that pretty much dictates where they're all gonna go. Thanks for joining me for another process video. And head over to the Shimmerz shop to check out the April kits. I'll be sure to leave a link in the description below. And if you decide to make a purchase, don't forget to leave my name, Brandy Vaughn, in the description box, and you will receive a free paint. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you subscribe to my channel, I will be eternally grateful. Thanks again, guys. I hope you have a lovely crafty day. Bye-bye.